Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. I totally have to apologize for the last week and a half. So, 2 weeks ago today, I did mention that I possibly wasn't going to be live on Thursday because I was heading down to Tucson to do a retreat. And darn it, I should have brought the stuff that I was working on. I did end up going and totally spaced to post it that I wasn't going to be live. So that is a huge my bad. So sorry. I was so busy scrapbooking that I forgot to post it. And then I came home Saturday night. We did back to school pictures on Sunday with all the kids. And then Monday, I woke up not feeling the greatest. And it literally went downhill the entire week. I was literally this close to even canceling card class last Saturday because I wasn't sure I was going to be able well enough to do it or even be awake enough to do it. So I pretty much slept 4 days straight. No clue what it was, but I am at least upright and I am alive. So thank you so much, everybody, for all of your text messages and your phone calls. Yes, I am back and alive. But there's a little caveat to this. I will not be live this Thursday. I'm having my first hand surgery on Thursday for my carpal tunnel. So this has been a long time coming and I just can't deal with it anymore. So Thursday, I'm not entirely sure what time it is going to be, but I know I am just not going to even worry about trying to get up early and do it in the morning. And I know after surgery, I'm going to be sleeping again. Shocker, right? So thank you for joining me today. Hopefully, next week, I am going to kind of relax and take it easy for a few days. And then we have bingo next Saturday, but I've got lots of reinforcements that are coming in to set the house up because we're actually doing it in the house. I have too many to do it in the studio. So I really won't be doing anything but sitting back and pushing a button for the bingo calling. But anyway, thank you so much for being patient with me. I am back. We're going to take it for as long as we can do it for right now. I feel like the closer I get to 50, the faster I am going downhill. I have no idea what it is. I still have another year and a couple weeks before I'm 50, but I kind of see I am one foot on a banana peel, the other one in the you know what. Anyway, hopefully, you guys have had a good week and a half without me. I feel terrible. I miss coming to you guys and doing the live. So, I have a super cute and fun project for you guys tonight. So, I'm actually using some Celebration Designer Series paper because Stampin' Up! Sent an email saying that they refreshed the clearance rack and this paper is on the clearance rack. I'm like, this is the perfect time to showcase it again. We still have the stamp set, we still have the punch, even though I'm not using the punch today because of my hands. But the bundle is still available and you can still get the designer series paper. So anyway, let's point you over. Hello, Heather. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being patient with me. I've been a hot mess. I won't lie. Okay, so I'm going to make sure we are live, which we should be. There we go. So this is the stamp set, and I should have brought the matching punch over, but it does have a coordinating punch. So the punch, it punches out the mushrooms and the stems. One of these mushrooms, I think it's this one that you do have to fussy cut, or maybe it's this one. I think it's that one. Sorry. But it is a fun set. And if you don't like mushrooms, it is totally okay. You have two sides to the designer series paper. And I actually put all of mine in this little tub. It's probably a 7 by 7 or an 8 by, it's only, my ruler is only 6 inches. So it's probably 8 inches by 8 inch tub. I got this at Michael's, but I like it for all of my scrap pieces. I've used this designer series paper a ton, and I think I'm a bit of a designer series paper hoarder that I can't get rid of these little tiny pieces because you can make some absolutely gorgeous cards out of them. So we're going to make one of them tonight using lots of the scraps. I did one of these cards in card class, but I wasn't intentionally using scraps. I actually cut 12 by 12 paper to make the cards because I thought they were so cute. This is not the one that we did in class, but it is similar to it. So it's a very simple, I used a full sheet on the back side, which I very rarely do. And then I cut up the designer series paper to put the little layers on the front of it. And I'm going to cut the paper with you guys so you can make sure that they get lined up. So if you look at these two, they were connected until I cut them. So it's a nice even flow on your card. So that's what we're going to be making. And I'm doing kind of a different fold. I'm doing the top fold versus the side fold. So there we go. That's what we're going to be playing with tonight. So you will need I forgot to show you this. Instead of the punch, I brought in the everyday arches. And it is a super tight fit, but this itty bitty small one will fit your sentiments. So that's what I decided to use because I really didn't want to cover up the designer series paper. Okay, so let's do all the cardstock that you're going to be needing. So this is our thick basic white, and it measures 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So we can take that, line up the edges, grab your bone folder, and give that a nice good crease. You can set that aside. And I have a full piece of designer series paper. You could really use any side of this paper. It's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of our basic white that is 3 1/2 by, hold, I think it's 4 3/4. It is 4 3/4. 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. I knew I was right, but kind of second guessed myself. And I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and the designer series paper. So this is the mushroom paper that I am going to be using. So our first cut, if it's directional specific, you do need to worry about that. So our first cut, I'm going to turn this so my direction is facing the right hand side, and I'm going to cut this at 4 1/2. So now we have this piece that's left over. It can go back into our little compartment. And now I'm going to rotate it again so my direction is up and down. It is vertical. So I'm going to trim these down to 1 inch. And I'm going to keep them lined up so I know how to glue them to my basic white layer. And I'm going to do the entire sheet. So one sheet of 6 by 6, you're going to get 2 cards out of because we're literally just cutting 1 inch strips. I thought that was a little bit easier to show you guys how to do it versus just telling you. So when I line all of these back up, they are going to be exactly the way we want them on our card. Super easy, right? Okay, so let's bring in our basic whites. And we're just going to line these up. I did not measure to make sure they are specific widths apart. I'm literally just going to eyeball it. I'm not that, as long as it looks straight, I'm happy with that. So I was going to grab some adhesive. You can use your adhesive of choice. Mine is the green glue. You either love it or hate it. And if you hate it, that means you're using too much because you're getting your fingers and your projects all sticky. So less is more when it comes to the green glue. So gluing our last strip on. Perfect. Looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to bring in some of our white ribbon. It is, I believe, an online exclusive, this ribbon. And if you haven't ordered it or played with it, you definitely need to put it in your wish list. I love just plain white ribbon sometimes, but the nice thing is if you want a specific color that we don't have, you can use your blends and color this white ribbon any color you want. I know, it's a little crazy. And I love how thin and easy to tie bows this ribbon is. Definitely a must-have in your craft room. Okay, wrapping a piece of ribbon around. And then let's go ahead and attach this to our card base. And usually I don't do double dimensionals, but I did pop this layer up and the sentiment layer. So we're gonna be a little on the crazy side tonight. And I did put one over each of the ribbon. Good evening, Linda, welcome. So I'm focusing on some of the designer series paper that is on the clearance rack. I believe it's on the clearance rack for $10, and it's beautiful paper. Even if you're not a mushroom fan, I know I have a couple friends that don't like mushrooms, and we tease them about it every time we see them, and it's okay, you can still use the opposite side. And now I'm going to put this right in the center. Perfect. Let's do a little bit of stamping. And I brought in my granny apple green. And where is, oh, that's hilarious. I think I left my stamp set sitting on the table. I did. I thought I was so ready and prepared. It should be sitting right here. Hold. It definitely was. I was prepping the coneflower set for the Designing Damsels, and I left it sitting right beside it. So I'm going to ink up the Poppin' Up to Say Hi in Granny Apple Green. You can definitely tell that I've used this stamp set a ton because you can hardly even see through the photopolymer stamp sets. It's well loved, and that's exactly what they're supposed to be. So I'm going to add a couple dimensionals. Usually I put a piece of a mini glue dot underneath the ribbon, but I felt like because of the dimensionals on here that it's going to hold down the ribbon and it's going to secure it. So I didn't even worry about it. There's that. And I already tied some bows. Now I'm just going to come in and put a bow right here. My original card, I didn't put any rhinestones on, but I have them sitting right in front of my Facebook Live table, and I think I want to put a few on here. Everything's better with a couple diamonds. There you go. That is how easy this card is to put together. And it is super cute. Okay, let's put another one together. Actually, I have three, so maybe we'll have enough time to put all three of them together. If not, it's okay. We will do what we can. So have you guys been doing much crafting? I'm so sad. I wish I would have grabbed the stuff that I did in Tucson. I haven't scrapbooked in a very long time. I know one of my girlfriends, Vicky, does retreats, and I think one time Hank got bit by the spider. Another time is when we had to say goodbye to Walter, and I've been able to go, but I can't literally just like sit and concentrate on scrapbooking. So going to Tucson was really what I needed. Just not being able to come home if they needed me. I mean, I guess I could have, but um, it was nice just to have a few days to do what I wanted to do. So I was doing our Disney World trip, and I love the way it turned out so far. I haven't even gotten a quarter of the way done. I think I used to be super fast at scrapbooking, but I haven't done it in for so long. So yeah, it was definitely fun. If I think about it next week, I will get them and show you guys what I was working on. So just layering these pieces together. Got some glue on my fingernail. But this design could be used with any of our designer series paper. You could make it a masculine. I was really thinking this gray granite piece would be perfect for the tool set. So you could really even use this designer series paper for a masculine set. Let's grab our ribbon. We'll wrap this around. Let's see, the 23rd is the bingo event, and I have 6 spots left for bingo. So if you're going to be in town and around, you are more than welcome to come. I have 6 spots left, and it's going to be pretty spectacular. Something I usually do Halloween for this bingo. We're not. I know, a little shocker, but I've got other things up my sleeve, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. So if you haven't RSVP'd, you still have time. I was working on it before I went live, making sure things were where they were supposed to be, and yes, I'm super excited. Okay, let's ink this up. Perfect. Let's put some dimensionals on here. And I used the edges of this. My friend Anna was in Seattle, and she went to a card class, and somebody asked her what she was doing because she was using the edges of her dimensionals, and they never had seen that before. So it's kind of nice. We're teaching other friends little tricks. Don't ever, ever throw away the edges of your dimensionals. They are still usable. Let's see, let's put that one right there. Okay, there's our second one. We have one more. Might as well just put it together. It goes together really, really quickly. So this is definitely something you can put together while you're sitting and watching TV, or if you're in your studio and you just need something quick and easy to put together. And depending on the designer series paper you use, this could definitely be used for a sympathy card as well. I probably wouldn't use mushrooms, but you could. I'm not telling you that you couldn't. But the design itself can be used for so many things. I actually can't remember. I might have actually done something similar to this in a sympathy card for card class. I can't remember, even though it was only a few days ago. I'm telling you, this getting closer to 50 is playing tricks on me. Last one, and then I will bring all of the beautiful cards. And this paper is still on the clearance rack. I looked before I went live and it is still showing. So if you didn't get it for free during celebration, you can still get it. And I won't post any of the links to my store or the Designing Damsel kit. It won't be posted on Facebook because they keep deleting anything that I post with the link. So everything will be posted to YouTube with all of the links. So you can click on my YouTube channel and get all of that information there. But the Designing Damsel kit is the Spooky Sweets. I actually just sent it out, I believe, yesterday. And the Coneflower one will be out before my surgery date. So very excited about that. Need to just do the last minute touches on it tomorrow. Perfect. Stamp. And then we should be good. Close up my ink pad so I don't forget. Ugh. Sorry, that kind of hurt my hand. It will definitely be weird sitting on the couch watching Netflix for a few days. That is definitely not something I'm used to doing. At least last week I was sleeping the entire time, so I didn't get bored. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get bored in the next couple days. Okay, there we go. Let me bring them all back in. Super quick, super easy, and definitely duplicatable. And you can change up the designer series paper. Oh, that's a little dark. Let's see if that is going to readjust. Huh, that is really weird. Totally duplicatable. You can change up the designer series paper. You can change up the sentiments. Definitely a fun card to put together. Okay, if you guys need anything, thank you for all the hearts. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Even though I am going to be out of the office per se on a Thursday, definitely send me a message. I will get them when I wake up and we can chit chat. Okay, have a great evening, and I will see everybody next week for another live. We will chat with you soon. Bye-bye.